Bodcast. Dr. Fresh. Bodcast. Dr. Fresh. Dr. Fresh. Bodcast. 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 Dr. Fresh.
What's up, vibers? Dr. Fresh back again for another episode of the Bodcast, where we catch up with fantastic people in our community doing amazing things. Joining me today on the Bodcast, special guest who goes by the name of Christina. Hello, Christina.
Kia ora. Hello.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Now, before we get started, this week, we haven't actually got a sponsor of the podcast. We normally do this, folks. But hey, it's all good. Raukawa Vibes can sponsor this week's episode. But Christina, tell us about yourself. Give us an introduction and all the millions of followers that follow you.
Okay. So my name is Christina Fransham. I am 19 years old, bound to turn 20 next month. I don't know. What else? I've just moved to Tukaroa about 4 months ago. I used to live in Waihi. I was born and raised in Tukaroa, and so basically I'm back to my roots now. So yeah.
Wow, so you're born here, you're raised here?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, let's rewind and let's go back to born in Tukaroa, raised in Tukaroa.
Yep.
So do you remember the kohanga or kindergarten you went to?
I went to what's the one? Oh my goodness. I don't actually know the names.
Where's it located? Let me help you.
Way over there in the corner. And
Cargill School.
Yep, that's the one.
Cargill Kindergarten.
Yep.
Is that right? I'm looking at my producer. Something like that?
Yep, Cargill, and then went to the kindergarten, and then went to the primary school.
Awesome. Shout out to Cargill Kindergarten and Cargill Primary School. They're still going though, aren't they?
Yes, yep. So my
Okay.
nephews go there now, which is crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. How was that for you?
That's
Enjoy it?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any memory that sticks out you want to share with everyone?
Not really. Like, I feel like I don't really remember it too much, to be honest. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
That's a good thing though. What intermediate did you go to?
I moved to Waihi by then.
All right.
Yeah.
So you went to an intermediate over there?
Yeah. Yep.
And high school?
Yep.
Waihi College?
Waihi College is the
Right.
one. Yep.
Yeah. Been in there a couple of times, did a little bit of work there.
Oh, yes. Yep.
How was Waihi College? Or was Waihi College?
It was alright. It had its ups and downs. I was house leader, so that's always some fun. But
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were a good student then?
yep.
Yeah. Debatable. Shout out to Waihi College. All right. I know a few people who work in Waihi, so yeah, shout out to them. House leader, did you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What did that involve?
Basically being the boss of everyone.
Is that a strength of yours?
Yeah, definitely.
Being the boss?
Definitely.
All right.
Yep.
Love it. Love it.
But then it's also, I can be like real independent sometimes, which is not also a good thing because I just want to do it all by myself. But it was a good learning aspect where I had to share the role with 3 other people. So, yeah. it was
Cool.
good. Yeah.
So what brought you back to Tukaroa? Let me ask you that.
I had quit my job. I used to be an alternative education tutor.
Wow. Wow. See, I work with youth with my other hat on, so I know what it's like an alternative ed.
Yeah, that was a learning experience in itself. And then I quit that job, and basically I had no kind of, path as to what I wanted to do next. So my option was to go back home, and that's what I did. Yep.
Awesome. So, yeah, Tukaroa family, new change.
Yep.
19 going on 20,
Yep.
relatively young. I hear a little rumour, a little birdie told me that you're quite famous on a platform. Just entertain me a little bit and tell me about that.
It's taken me a while to actually say that I am, because I don't believe I am, but a lot of people do tell me, so just trying to own it and be like, yep, okay. But TikTok, that's my platform. Started posting about a couple of years ago, just daily vlogs, sharing my work journey, sharing everything from studying, my youth work qualification, And then it kind of just popped off. It just, yeah. I've recently just got my most viral video. So just hit 1 million views. And basically I share a lot about mental health and helping others through that and just giving reminders about, just keep pushing through and just keep going. Because, I think it's really important.
Love that. Let's just take the TikTok bit first.
Yep.
So when you're on TikTok and you're probably, can I call you an influencer?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. When you're an influencer, how was that for you? I mean, obviously it must be pretty trippy having all these people sort of follow you, listen to you. You're like a minister with your own congregation, if I'm to put it that way.
Yeah. It's all right. I think I really enjoy it. I like the community that I've built. I like the community of people who are following me, and the support is like unreal. Like, I can't believe the support that I have from complete strangers, like on the internet, fully just like commenting, being like, oh, like, love your stuff, like, you've really helped me. And I'm like sitting there like, what the heck, like, that's crazy. I still can't believe it. It's not till somebody will walk up to me in public and be like, I see your TikToks, like, I follow you, you've helped me so much. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's happened a few times. And yeah, it is crazy, but these are challenges. It comes with just trying to own it and just keep doing what you're doing and not letting other people, because there's going to be trolls. But yeah,
always. Let's break it down into numbers. So how many people actually follow you? Like, I know you've had 1 million views. Like, do you have a sort of certain audience? Do you have a base number?
but I'm sitting at like 8.5k
Wow,
right now.
that's pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
1 million views, which means you must talk about some pretty decent stuff, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, some of the issues you brought up, mental health, youth, huge problems in Aotearoa at the moment, huge problems globally. So what's probably one of the strongest messages you put on out there on your platform?
That no matter what you've gone through, you can keep going, and there's always like a way to push through. Just holding on, because I think that's a strong message to get to people. They can face all these challenges and hurdles throughout their life, but to just keep pushing through. Just keep holding on. Yeah, that's the main message I try and get out to everyone.
Great message, eh? It's true though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of truth to it. You gotta stay in the grind. Life's all about grinding, and until you grind, you really don't know what life's about.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And some people aren't lucky enough to just have it all put in their lap. But in saying that, even those who have it put in their lap need to learn how to grind as well.
Yes, I agree.
What do your family, cousins, aunties, uncles think of what you do in the platform that you're on?
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them don't know about it, because I've always been like the shy girl, to be honest, and I don't know, I think trying to be proud of what I do online and sharing that with my family, it has been a struggle. Of course, like moving back to Tokoro now, I think they're slowly catching on to what I'm doing, because a lot of it comes from my mahi. And so, yeah, but I mean, I'm sure they're supportive.
Awesome. No, of course they are. Family's always supportive.
Yeah.
Eh? Whether they support you or not, they still support you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the great thing about family. Most family don't judge. I know some of you do though, eh? I know some of you do. That is all good in the hood. What do you do for a job?
So I'm a youth worker and also a part-time carer, and then I do social media management on the side.
Nice. Who do you work for? Can I ask you that?
Multi-millionaire for social media manager.
Wow.
And then Apex Care for the youth work, and then just part-time caring is just like my own thing, like little side hustle. Yep.
Nice. So do you got to travel somewhere, or are you allowed to work here in Tokoroa, or how does it all work?
For my youth work, travelling to Hamilton, Rotorua, and then other than that, just work from home or go to people's houses for the part-time caring. Yep. Yep.
Youth work, because I love youth work. I love people that work with young people. What's your most passionate thing when it comes to youth work? Like, what do you desire to be successful in the most?
To be a good role model to youth. I mean, working in alt ed, that was a big thing for me. I just wanted to be someone who listened to them, who could relate to them. I have my own story, and that's why I want to go into this mahi of youth work. And so I guess just be a good role model and just show them that no matter how hard your life is, you can like make it good for yourself. Yeah.
Let me put you on the spot, because we love doing this on the podcast. I love putting people on the spot. Do you think alternative ed is a waste of space.
No.
No? Tell me why you think that.
Because people need to realise that some students, youth, rangatahi cannot learn in the school environment. It's really big, and so to have that space for them it's needed. It's needed.
Okay, so let me take that question a little bit, let me define it a little bit more. Do you think the alternative education space needs to be broken down some more to actually suit the young person you've just described? Because at the moment, this is just my opinion, and Dr. Fresh has many opinions. I feel the alternative ed space is a one-trick pony. But I agree with what you're saying, but I feel that concept is actually not being done in alternative ed, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I could control the alternative ed space, I would break it down and design it so it's just not a space that when you get excluded from school, you get sent to alternative ed. Because not everyone who gets excluded from school fits alternative ed.
Yeah.
And when they get sent there, if I'm to dive into the numbers here, I'm a numbers guy, 5% of all people sent to alternative ed, only 5% end up back in mainstream.
Yep.
And what happens to the other 95%, I wonder? And I'm sure everyone's open to imagination, but for me, I'm critical of the space. I don't mind having an alternative space. I'm all for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it really needs to be broken down, and it needs to target specific young people, because you are right. I mean, I had a course for years teaching young people, 16, 17, who didn't want to go to school, who wanted to stay home. Everyone's need is different, but because I feel it's the alternative ed space, well, just throw them over there. You know, they don't learn at school. They'll learn there, but hang on a minute. Why not, define that space and say, well, this alternative ed program does whatever, whether it's music. This alternative ed program does, I don't know, puzzles or solving or, you know what I mean? Just more, but I sometimes feel like it's just treated as another space.
Yes.
And it's never going to work as long as they treat it as another space, because you should know as well as I do, there's plenty of things that happen in the alternative ed space. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I think then it needs to be broken down. I think there needs to be more support from tutors or tutors that have the knowledge, because I mean there were 2 females and we had majority of boys in our ed class, and so that was kind of hard. They didn't have that male role model anymore. They just got 2 female role models. Not to say it were bad, but to say that they do need that male role model, and there wasn't enough males out there that want to do the job.
No, I hear. Hey, and a big shout out to alternative ed here. I think we call it the Y Academy here. Toa, John and the rest of the crew, fellas are amazing mausos. They do an awesome job. But sometimes it's, not every 3 boys all think the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So,
no,
that's cool. That's cool. Let's move along. What other job did you say you had? You worked for?
Multi-millionaire as a social media manager.
All right, what does that involve?
Managing the social media.
Is it a like, I mean, I don't know about it, so I'm asking because I don't know. So is it a company? Is it a outfit? Is it a...
So Multi-millionaire, have you heard of her?
No, man, honestly, I've only heard of KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, Carl's Jr. I'm that guy. So you see, sometimes you've got to educate me.
All
even
good.
though people think I know it all, I do, but not,
So Te Kaukura is the founder of Multi-millionaire, and it's basically a business to help Māori become financially better with their money, I guess. And so my role is to manage the social media, so curating posts, the stories, TikToks, creating TikToks, engaging with the followers, and
19, going on 20. What's your LTP? What's your long-term plan for the next 10 years?
I actually don't like that question, because I feel like that people can just, go on their own and just figure it out. I believe in figuring it out.
So you're a random.
Yeah, I'm just a wing it girl, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I would like to travel. I would like to travel Europe at some point. Maybe when I turn 21, go off and travel for maybe a year. But other than that, I have no plans.
Any particular place in Europe you want to go to?
Is Paris in Europe? I don't know.
Just no. So it's right on the bottom of it, but it's in Europe.
I want to go there.
You want to go there?
Yeah.
All right. So you want to meet you a nice Paris boy, maybe, or is there someone special already?
Nah.
Nah. Right. So let me ask you that. Let me add to that, right? I know you got plenty going on, and you got all these random plans. We'll call them random plans. We've got no long-term plans. Random plans. Does that ever jump into your sphere, or do you just not worry about it? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, hey, all good.
Oh, I definitely worry about it. Definitely, I moved back home to Tukoroa because I was worried I didn't know what I was going to do next, and so came here to figure it out. I think to have that nice, stable place is good, but yeah. I worry about it.
There's heaps of single island boys in Tukoroa. Is there no one that you know?
Oh, I'm scared they might be like my cousin's cousin.
Can we name and shame? Hey, don't let me just try and guess which cousin's cousin you're talking about.
I don't know. No, I don't know. Hey, I just actually don't know a lot of people. I'm scared that they might be related to me, but I don't know. Hook me up.
Hook you up? Are you on a dating app?
No.
No?
Nah.
Don't agree?
Nah, I don't. I want to walk in the street, drop my books, and then they pick the book up for me, and then fall in love.
So you're into romantic movies then, eh? You're into romantic movies, okay? Is there one of your favourites that come to the top of your head while we're talking about this?
No.
I love it. I love that. Don't drop my books. Reminds me of that movie Serendipity. I'm not too sure if you've seen it with the note, the $5 note.
Nah, I have no idea.
You got to watch it.
Okay.
If you're into romantic movies,
you
got to watch Serendipity.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well.
You got it. You love it because it's similar to the drop, but it's a $5 note. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Some of you do this. Yeah, I know. Cool stuff. So in Tukoroa, you've got no hard plans. So let me ask you, what does your normal day consist of? Do you get up in the morning? Do you go to the gym? What's Christina's normal day look like?
Gym is definitely at the top of my routine. I completed 75 hard last year, and so that was like a mental. Have you heard of that?
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Now you've brought it up.
Completed that last year, and so that got me into a real good gymming routine, going to the gym, going on my walks, and then I basically will go off to mahi. My mahi is very flexible, so I can kind of pick and choose. I do a couple of hours a day for Multi-Millionaire, and then my youth work is just on call, so I'm sitting there. Maybe I'm working today, maybe I'm not, but other than that, I'm just at home. I'm the housewife. I also have younger siblings, so I help my mum take care of them, picking them up from school, and then also my nephews. I'm very family orientated, so family is my number one. Yep. And then go to the gym again.
Love it. I'm going to put 75 hard there for a minute.
Yeah.
Tell us about your family. Your mum, your siblings.
Yeah, so my mum, she adopted me when I was younger here in Tukoroa, and then I also have my younger brother. He was also adopted, and then my two younger siblings also adopted, and so we're a blended family, and
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then my mum also has one son which she raised here in Tukoroa, and so then I've got my nephews there, my sister-in-law. Yeah.
Love it, man. Blended family. That's cool, man. Blended families is just the most gangster, eh?
Yeah, they are. Love it.
If you can survive in a blended family, you can survive anywhere. True story.
True.
Let's talk about 75 hard. When you talk about 75 hard, this is the image I get. Reading a chapter of a book on a treadmill, which I used to say to people, what the heck is that? That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Is that true, or is that how it's supposed to be, or not really?
No, I don't think that's true. That's definitely not how I did it. It took me a while you definitely have to have good time management, and then you can do it well. And you're not running out of time where you have to read a book on a treadmill. But no, I think it was really good.
So that person who read a book on a treadmill, that person needs to sort out their time management. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Sort out your time management. Sort out your time. You know who I'm talking about, see. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. Sort out your time management so that you can live your life. Like, I still went out with my friends. That's obviously no alcohol, but I still went out with my friends. A lot of people got really surprised about that, but that was probably the
How did you
biggest
find
thing.
that?
Oh, it was hard at the start because I'm the life of the party. I'm the one that was calling all the weekends.
So you're a happy drunk.
Yeah,
Hey?
definitely.
You're a happy drunk. I like it.
I'm the one that's organising. Let's go do this every weekend. And then when I switched and went sober, it was kind of like, whoa, like, we realised that my friends, I didn't actually want to go out all the time. We went out a couple of times, and I was sober. I was just designated sober D after that. So yeah.
It's funny how when you go out as a sober D to when you go out partying, it's like chalk and cheese, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless you're with a group of sober people, right?
Yeah. And
if you're the only sober one in a group of drunk people,
yeah,
it's quite blasé, right? But if you're all sober, it's a different vibe.
Oh yeah, different vibe, definitely. Yeah.
Different vibe.
Yep. I'm more grumpier when I was sober because I was just tired. Like, I didn't want to be out all night, and then my priorities just changed. Yeah. That's how it was, and caused some drama because I was just like, come on, let's go. But anyway.
What about the eating? How did the eating go with that 75 hard?
Good. I like, as soon as I finished 75 hard, went to KFC, got me like heaps of wicked wings and stuff. I was craving KFC, but really good. Just all I did for my meal plan was to not eat takeaways and try cut down on like sugar and carbs and stuff. But I wasn't too strict on myself. Yeah.
All right. So would you advise people to do 75 hard? And if you do, what would be some advice you would give to them, those who are contemplating it? Maybe some people who are watching this just started or halfway through. What would be some advice?
Some advice if you want to start it is to definitely plan it. Plan your meals. That helps a lot so that you have no excuses. Again, time management is key. Get yourself some sticky notes, write 1 to 75 hard on all the sticky notes so that you're keeping on track with your days. That's a really good tip. And just remember to have fun with it. Like, it's not all that serious at the end of the day, to be honest. Yeah.
It's really just a challenge for self, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Not to prove a point to anyone else. Just,
exactly.
Just for self.
Yeah.
So how was your first party after you come out of 75 hard? Was it a good one?
You know what? I didn't actually drink till like maybe a couple of weeks afterwards.
Wow.
And it would have been Christmas Eve. And so it was good.
All right.
It was good.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
This year, I know we talked about the long-term plan.
Mm-hmm.
Any short-term plans this year? What do you hope to achieve by the end of 24?
So I actually have a podcast of my own. It's called Horizons and Hurdles, Navigating Life and Mental Health. And so I want to get that up, and like, it's already up and running, but I do want to improve it more.
Cool. What do you talk about? Well, you gave us the introduction, but is it all
so,
based around that?
Yep. And I also have guests come on to share their own stories. Basically just like a safe space where we can talk about just the hurdles and the things that we go through, and that you can come out to the other side. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, let me ask you that question then. What are some of give us a couple of challenges that you've faced in life and how you managed to overcome them?
A challenge that I overcame. Well, for one, I quit like my dream job, being an alt ed teacher. That was a hard decision to make. I was upset about that job. Leaving that job, it meant a lot to me, and so that was a really hard challenge to overcome and to make the next decision as to, do I stay here with all my friends or do I go back home and try to figure it out from there? And so that was a big challenge, and so I started 75 hard there, and that's where I kind of found my path again.
Yep.
And that's how I got out to the other side. What's another challenge? I'm trying to think.
I know I just put you on the spot. So.
Studying was definitely another challenge for me. Again, I wasn't a big school girl into my, English and blah, blah, blah. But studying was a big challenge for me. It was online as well, and so having to basically self-direct, like my studying was a challenge, and putting my priorities, like, do I want to go hang out with my friends or should I study? I don't know which way I want to go, and I definitely chose the wrong decisions most of the time, but I mean, I'm qualified now and graduated, so yeah.
That's what it's all about. As long as you get the piece of paper at the end of it,
Exactly, yeah.
do what you got to do to get the old,
Yeah,
piece of paper, because these days you need some type of paper.
exactly.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy
Yeah.
the world we live in. Just for our viewers, who are some of your family in Tokoroa, extended family?
We have my Auntie Julie and Uncle Barney Tiao. And then, so all the Tiaos, shout out to all yous. And then we have my brother, Ashley Fransham, also known as Batman. And then Kelly Fransham, all the Lambertons. Who else do I have here? I think that's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And my mum, Debbie, she'll be like, why didn't you shout me out?
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. No, that's awesome. It's awesome that someone as young as you is doing what you're doing and, in that grind, wanting
Yep.
to be somewhere, wanting to be successful. Because at the end of the day, we can talk about being successful and
Yeah.
wanting to be here, there and everywhere, but
Yep.
only we can make that happen, right?
Yeah.
If there's one bit of advice I can get you to leave our viewers with on the podcast, what would that be? Is there something you can just grab out of thin air which can just make everyone go, wow?
I think the best advice that I've been told and I would give to anyone is to follow your passion no matter what anyone else says. I mean, for a long time, I sat there wondering if I wanted to continue my passion for social media, and I was worried people would make fun of me or judge me, and so I continued to go through with that, and I'm like the happiest I've ever been. So my advice to you would be to follow your passion. Yeah.
Beautiful. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. We've come to the fun part of the podcast, right? So we generally have a little serious bit,
Yeah.
and then we end with a bit of a fun part. You okay to,
Yeah.
I don't have to get you a sign a waiver or anything like that? Nothing's got to offend you. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, it's a bit like, this or that, one or the other, right? So I give you a couple of things or three things or four things, and
Yeah.
you just pick which one. Yeah? Cool? And I'm just pulling this out of thin air. So let's
Okay.
start off nice and easy, right? Twisties or rations?
Twisties.
Twisties?
Yep.
Wow. She thought you'd be a ration girl. I was wrong there.
Nah, twisties.
Twisties all day?
Yeah.
Okay. Burger rings or cheezels?
Cheezels.
Cheezels?
Yeah.
You one of those ones that chuck it on your fingers?
Oh,
And
every time.
Yeah?
Every time.
love it. That is a thing. That is the thing. All right, let's just wind it up a little bit.
Yeah.
McDonald's or Carl's Jr.?
Carl's Jr.
Oh, Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
What's your go-to there? Do you know?
No, but just not McDonald's.
Right, just not McDonald's. Here we go. Let's stick with the fast foods. CFC. Obviously, you've had CFC.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Country Fried Chicken or KFC?
Oh, I have to go KFC.
Because of the Wicked Wings, right?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Do you like
I
it
have
hot and
to.
spicy?
No.
Too hot or
Too
just...
hot. Too hot. Wicked Wings is the hottest I'll go. Yep.
See, it's funny how Wicked Wings is like just right, eh? Like,
Yep.
it's not too hot. It's hot, but it's just right. But then anything else is like just
Yeah.
blow your socks off,
Yep.
eh?
Yep.
All right, let's go taro or mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Did you like taro? No?
Mayonnaise all day.
All day?
Yep.
All right. Let's go around again. Pork or lamb?
Ooh, I think I have to go lamb.
Yeah?
Yeah, lamb.
Yeah, I'm a lamb
Yep.
guy too, just quietly.
Yep. Yep.
I don't eat pork, just pork crackle
Yep.
and streaky bacon. That's not really pork though, eh?
Nah, definitely
Do you know where
lamb.
I got that from? Your Uncle Barney. He doesn't eat pork. He just eats streaky bacon. Hey, Marcus.
That's correct.
Hey? Only something like that would come out of your uncle's mouth.
Yes.
So I've got to make sure we keep that line alive because it's a great one. Do you pork? No, just streaky bacon. Hey, isn't there pork? No, it's different. It's streaky bacon. Okay. Hangi or umu?
Or hangi.
All day?
Hangi. Yep.
What do you like in your hangi?
It has to be real hangi though. Like
What's a real hangi? Give me an example.
Like
Actually
pulled
on the
out
ground.
Of, yeah. It can't
So the
be,
steamer doesn't work
nah,
or no?
Nah, no way.
But what about all these gimmicks that they have on TV like, a 40-minute hangi in a,
No.
in the hangi pot.
Nah, it doesn't taste the same. I'm sorry, no one can convince me, but it does not taste the same.
I actually agree with you. But it's amazing how many people say, I had a hangi last night. Oh, did you? Yeah, I got the hangi pot. All right. Yeah. Does that actually work? Like, surely not.
No,
How do you get a hangi flavour, taste, tenderness in 40 minutes?
you don't.
You don't, right? Okay, let's go crayfish, oysters. Oh, the look on your face.
Oh, none.
None of them.
None.
You don't do
No.
seafood at all.
I do, but not those seafood.
Oh, wow. What seafood do you do? Just,
Kina, prawns,
wow. Kina.
fish.
Kina, that's that yellow thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yum.
So I just said oysters and you went, kina, you're like, wow.
Fresh kina, though.
So is
not
that like straight out of the ocean?
Yeah, not out of the container.
So how do you eat your kina? Give us an example just for the camera.
Crack it open.
So do you eat the whole inside?
Just the
The yellow bit?
yeah. Not the teeth. Not the.
Oh, that's right. Kina's got teeth, eh?
Yeah. Ooh.
Like, are they sharp teeth or are they little
Yeah,
teeth?
they're sharp actually. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. It's funny that the look on your face was. All right, let's wind it up a bit more, okay?
Okay.
Soap or body wash?
Body wash
All day?
all day.
All day.
All day.
I love it. Okay, let's start to sort of wind it up a little bit more, okay? Here's where we get to the real interesting questions, Our viewers get to know a little bit more about you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Are you a scruncher, a wrapper, or a folder?
Folder.
Folder?
Yep.
Okay, here's the next big question. Front or back?
I have to sit there. Front.
Okay, folder and front, team. Folder and front. All right?
Yeah.
That's okay, though. I can take that from a girl. I just get confused when a guy tells me it's front, You ready?
Yep.
Undies, G-string, or nothing?
Undies.
All day?
Yeah.
Particular brand?
Kmart. Kmart.
Kmart.
They're the best.
They're the best.
And they're the cheapest.
The best in the... that is the second time somebody's told me that within the last week. So that's why I've giggled, because someone's told me that in the last week. The cheapest.
It's true though. Yeah.
Love it.
No.
I appreciate your honesty. Right?
Yep.
Appreciate your honesty. It's been fantastic having you on the podcast today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
It's been fun getting to know you. You're going to come back and visit sometime?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And all I want to say is there anything you want to leave the viewers with before we wrap things up?
Find me a man's.
Do you want to just mention your addresses so people can, do you want to just mention it really quickly, Christina?
I'll be at the gym 56. If you don't go to the gym, then
There you go. She's after a man, but if you don't go to the gym, you're shit out of luck. All right? And if you think you're worthy for her, you need to go and sign up at the gym. All right? That's a probability. All right, team? But anyway, Christina, great having you in studios. And lovely catching up with you. All the best.
Thank
And
you.
please, don't be a stranger, all right?
Cool. Thank you so much.
There we have it. There's another episode of the Bodcast. Fantastic catching up with Christina today. Catch us again for another episode of the podcast. My name is Dr. Fresh. We'll catch you then.
Podcast. Dr. Fresh. Podcast.